Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Oh, get in here, everybody get in here. It's time for a legendary show. Oh, yes, it is. Get in here, everybody get in here. All right, let's go. All right. What's poppin', everybody? Get in here. Okay, I'm going to try to get through this because I feel like I got a mild case of laryngitis. I don't know where it came from, but ciao. Probably because I've been partying with Barty. Girl, I think my voice was going out. But nonetheless, we're here. We're back, okay? Well, what's poppin'? We got the channel back, okay? The channel was gone. The channel was hacked up, locked up. They was trying to get my coins and everything, okay? But then I went and got that. I made that phone call, and I got that locked back up. Let me tell you something. Whenever I be going through crap with my channel, child, I be like, shout out to the people that reached out to try to help, but girl, my niggas really can't help you do nothing. Niggas really don't be having the resources to really be able to connect you. Because I'm like, literally, I have to figure this out. I'm dropping it. But anyway, we back. All right. We got to get back to dropping some content. But I knew that you guys were going to want to get into some things. So we got to get into some things about this Cardi B party, how it came about, how the invite came, what I did, what I seen, what I didn't see, and all of the things. So let's just get into it. So I believe it was like Thursday. It was either Thursday or Friday. Mind you, I'm on StationHead. Everything is going awry because I'm trending on Twitter with the Barty gang and the Barbs. They're trying to say that me and Cardi are beefing. I'm shading her here, shading her there, just because I did an opinion on Fashion Week. I did an opinion on, Kim. Little Kim followed us, and then I did an opinion on, Nicki. We just had a whole conversation about beauty, looks, hair, makeup, all the things, fashion when it came to female rappers. And a lot of people were taking a lot of words that I was saying, spinning them, throwing different narratives on different things, and trying to create controversy and beef, and just a lot of nastiness, right? So, I was on StationHead talking about that, and people had all these nasty assumptions, and then boom. I get a DM from Cardi B, and I'm like, girl, what is this? I'm like, what are the people saying now? You know what I mean? She done sent me a DM, but it says a photo. I'm like, what screenshot is she sending me? So I get on StationHead. Well, I'm on StationHead. So then I go on my inbox, and I'm like, girl, this is an invite. She sent me an exclusive invitation to her party. And I respond back. I'm like, girl, are you serious? And she's like, mind you, it didn't have the address on it. So I'm like, girl, where is it at? Is it in LA? Is it in New York? Where the hell is this party at? She's like, it's in LA. I'm like, oh, girl, I'm going. I'm like, oh, I'll see you there. It's no tea. I'll be at the party. And I was like, do I get a +1? Because you have to verify if you get a +1 or not. And she said, yes, just make sure you RSVP. So she gave me the RSVP email. I RSVP'd me and a +1. I immediately got up, ran into the kitchen. My man was cooking breakfast. I was like, listen, we have to go to LA. We're going to LA this weekend. He's like, for what? I'm like, Cardi B just invited me to our birthday party. We're going. He's like, Armon, I cannot go. He's like, I just can't take off like this because we're going somewhere at the end of the month. I can't take off. I'm like, oh my God, well, I need to go. Okay. And he's like, well, you go. And I'm like, well, who's going to go with me? And I want you guys to know this because this is probably going to be the most important part of the story. Whenever you go to an event, especially on the caliber of something like this, the +1 is very, very, very important and very crucial. It is very crucial, very, 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 very crucial that you bring the correct +1 with you. It was very crucial for me to bring the correct +1 with me. There was only 3 people in this world that I would have brought with me as a +1. In order, my man, he couldn't go. So the next person on the list, I called my mama. My mama is a nut. I call her. I'm like, girl, we need to go to the Cardi B party. I need you to be there for me. You, my mama, you gonna have my back. I trust you. You have good intentions. You're not a clout chaser, so you're gonna be there for me. She like, nigga, I'm not going to that. I need hair and teeth. I'm like, mama, you have hair and you have teeth. What do you mean? I need teeth like you, and I need a new wig. You talk about everybody, mama, and you think I'm finna go over there looking a mess? I'm like, oh my God. So you're not going. I'm like, girl, you don't look a mess. She gonna tell me she not going unless I can get her an appointment with my doctor between now and then to get hair and teeth. I'm like, okay, girl, I'm done. Whatever, don't go. So then I called my best friend Tristan. That's my road dog. He like, bitch, I'm not going to Cardi B party. I'm like, girl, I need you to go with me. There's no one else I would invite. And he was like, okay, well, girl, I got to see if I can move my schedule around, and I'm going to go. And let me tell you, shout out to my best friend because he moved his whole schedule around for me and made it to this party, right? And I really respected that because, like I said, the +1 is so important because depending on who your +1 is, it can make or break your event. So my best friend was perfect because he don't really care about celebrities. He don't care about any of that. He really cares about getting dressed. You know what I mean? So he's going to make sure that my pictures look good. He's going to make sure that, I'm taking pictures with people. He's going to make sure that, we're having a good moment. He's not going to be competing with me to try to like get to the party and like do weird stuff. So that's why it's very important because you can have a +1 and you ask them to take a picture of you and somebody or take a picture of you and the whole half of your head is cut off. Have you ever had friends like that? I had a couple of friends like that, which I would never invite them anywhere because they don't have your best interest. Niggas, you be like, take a picture of me and Cardi, and before you know it, they taking a picture of the truck. And there's no picture of you and Cardi. Like slick hater. Like I don't really. So it was very crucial who I invited, who I brought with me, because I don't trust everybody. Friends or no friends, everybody is not really supporting of you. Some people are users and cloud chasers, right? So I had to make sure the people I brought with me or the person I brought with me had my back. So once I locked that person in, we were good, right? So shout out to my best friend because he did what needed to be done. But anyway, so with that, so once I locked that in, I called my other friend. I said, okay, so I got my man and I called my friend Marcus. I'm like, Marcus, we got to find a look. We got to find a look. So I'm like, we have to find a look because we got to go to Cardi B's party. So we get in the car and I drive to Saks. I'm at Saks, I'm at Neiman's, I'm everywhere. I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Because this is a themed party. This party is Jamaican dance hall. And I'm like, I'm not finna do that. This is my first time popping out. I'm not doing no Jamaican dance hall. I'm not popping out like that. I'm sorry, Cardi, but I'm not doing it. I'm not dance halling it. I'm not Jamaican it. I'm not doing anything. If when in doubt, go black. So I just threw on, I found me a little outfit from Diesel. You feel me? I got me a little jacket, got me a little jeans, ran me a bag, okay? Got me a little costume jewelry, no shade. And I was ready to go. Okay. I was over there looking at Givenchy and this, that, and that. I'm like, I'm not finna spend $2,000 and stuff on this, and then for somebody else to have this on just because it said Givenchy. And one thing about me when I go shopping, well, we'll talk about the look. We'll talk about the look later. So anyway, I go to the party, right? No. So then we're doing all the shopping. I find the looks, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I want to dye my hair. I want to give a little lavender vibe. So cool. Boom. So now it's time to go to the party. So we go to LA. I think we left to LA Sunday. Okay. So then we actually went out that night. We keyed. We did our thing. We had some fun. Boom. And then the next day, me and my best friend, it was time for us to get ready for the party. Mind you, I'm nervous. I'm nervous as hell getting ready for this party. Because I'm like, I don't know what to expect. I don't know. They tell you to arrive early because it's going to get to capacity. So I'm like, okay, we got to get there early. It's a lot going on. I'm nervous because I'm like, I know all these people. I know it's going to be a lot of people there, and I don't know if everybody going to like me. I don't know if everybody know me. I don't know if Cardi B, if I'm even going to meet Cardi B. Is she going to be too far apart? Like, what's going to happen at this party? So I tell my best friend, I'm like, listen, We have to be the party started at 10. I'm like, we need to be leaving out here by like 9:45 or 10 o'clock because I need to make sure that I'm in this party. So we took like a 2-hour cat nap after we had done some more shopping. We took a nap. Then we got ready. I drove, which we really could have Ubered, but I didn't really know what it was given. So I drove my car, and we got to the party. Mind you, I think we got there like 10:15. It was a line wrapped around the corner. I'm like, oh my God. We had to check in at they had like a check-in spot where you had to check in and make sure you was on the list first. And then you get approved and you walk over to the party, which was on the next block or like across the street. So I'm in line and we're like, girl, I don't know what's going on. Then you had a bunch of people, I guess, trying to sneak into the party because they had heard about it. So everybody's trying to finesse their way into the party, cutting lines. Then you got the trade. This is why straight men, they're so irritating. And this is why it's so lucky to be a woman these days, because then you have men sneaking. They were sneaking women past his wristbands. So like if they would see pretty girls, they would give them like a thing of wristbands and like give it to the girls and they would skip the men. This one, I'm like, oh my God, I'd be so over that. Hold on. So I'd be so over that because I'm like, why are y'all skipping people? And this is going to get to capacity. So they're literally skipping people, giving people wristbands that they know or that they think is pretty or that they want to try to bang by the end of the night. Like, I don't know if it was a word from some of the Migos inside that was like, make sure it's more women in here than gays and men. Make sure that there's a lot of women in here. So, because they were just giving, like, they would have women, like, skipping the lines. So, whatever. Long story short, we met this guy in line. I forgot his name. Greg. Hi, Greg. Greg doesn't really know what I do. He was trying to figure it out, but I didn't tell him. But so if you ever find this, Greg. Hi, Greg. So anyway, Greg was by himself. It was Greg's birthday. So, we were talking to Greg, and, Greg was kind of giving us the ins and outs because Greg had been there for a while. So we're still waiting in line. It's good. It's getting kind of long. It's taking a long time. And I remember that me and my friend, me and Tristan, we had went to the store and bought a bottle of Casamigos before, before the party. Cause we're like, bitch, I'm not finna go on this party completely sober. I need to be a little tipsy or on something. So we're throwing back a bottle of Casamigos but we had left that in the car. But seeing how long that line was, I decided to go back to the car, grab the bottle of Casamigos, and then me, Tristan, and Greg, we proceeded to have a party in the line. So we're taking shots after shots after shots of the Casamigos, and eventually we finish the bottle of Casamigos in the line, and then we get to the line. They're like, okay, let me see if you're on the list. Armon Wiggins, boom, you're on the list, and you're +1. Boom, Greg, you're on the list. So we go inside, okay? Now, boom, I'm inside the party. I'm here. I'm ready to party with Cardi. All right. So I go inside. It's beautiful. Okay. It's a small venue, but it was like small inside, but it was enough space. Like they had a big patio outside. Like it was nice. Right. So I'm in the party. They got the little spinning camera thing. Mind you, I was so awkward on the spinning camera thing. A lot of people posted theirs. I didn't post mine. I looked a mess in that. I did not know how to do that little thing where it spins. Like I was so awkward with that. So I didn't use that. My best friend, his actually came out really, really good. Mine didn't. So as I'm doing that, right, the first person I see EJ and Tiana Taylor walk past. I'm like, oh, bitch, there's Tiana Taylor. And then as I'm doing the thing, I see Jason Lee come from the side and Tiffany Haddish. Jason Lee and Tiffany Haddish cut the line. Jason Lee and Tiffany Haddish, they jump on a thing, and so they do their thing, and then they kind of walk away. Jason Lee hadn't seen me yet, and I wasn't in the mood to see her yet, so I didn't really stop her either because I'm like, bitch, I'm like, I gotta take all this in. Like everybody is starting to arrive. I'm just watching at this moment, okay? So I'm just seeing where everybody going, okay? And so, mind you, I don't even have no drink, but I'm like, I need a drink before I can really get into this, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I really need a cocktail because the party is starting to heat up for me, okay? So we're trying to find, where to have a drink. They got 2 bars. Now, mind you, the lines was long as hell, okay? The lines was long as hell. But when we finally got into the lines, I'm gonna tell you, Cardi, you did your thing. I was prepared. I had a drink budget. I was prepared to pay for my drinks. Oh, baby, not at this party. All the drinks were free. It was a limited top shelf liquor. Now, here's the thing. They had 3 different kind of drink menus, like 3 different kind of drink options that you could choose from. But whatever she had paid for those bartenders, they were pouring, baby. So they were happy and this and the Long Island and the Tokyo teas. And, you know, that wasn't on the list. But, you know, when they're happy, they were making that good Cardi B money. So they were, yeah, baby, we can make it. Sure, no problem. Yeah, baby, have a good time, baby. So that's what they're doing. So mind you, they're just pouring and pouring and pouring. Okay. And girl, I was getting shots and I was getting liquor. Like it was nice, right? So first of all, she got kudos, mad kudos for that, because nobody had, all them people there, all the liquor was free and nobody ever ran out. The liquor never ran out. Everybody was getting drinks. It was flowing. It never stopped. So that number one to me was how you throw a party, right? Then it was a Jamaican themed party. So the blunts was in the air. Let me tell you, okay? It was in the air. I'm not really into dance hall music, but it was fun. The vibe was fun. It was like an underground dance hall party, right? It was packed and it was so many people in there, okay? It was so many people in there. And they had like a little VIP section where it was like super, super crowded, but it wasn't really like a VIP. It was like a little VIP, but for the most part, all the celebrities and everybody was intermingling with everybody. Like it wasn't one of these situations where you couldn't get next to the celebrities or they weren't there. Like you would be standing next to anybody at any moment. Like, so, I mean, it was so many people there. What's crazy was I didn't even see everybody, and it was such a small space. But that's how you know you're having fun, when you don't even really see everybody. So I'm gonna tell you who I seen. I seen Winnie Harlow, the supermodel. She was in there turned up, having a good time. I seen LMA. I was standing right next to LMA. LMA was twerking and throwing it back. I seen Seven Streeter. Seven Streeter is beautiful in person. LMA is beautiful in person. Winnie Harlow is beautiful in person. Seven was getting blow, baby. She was having a good time. I seen the Justin Combs. I seen Sky. I seen, and y'all know I'm not really a big Sky fan, but she was there. I seen Tommy, Bobby Lights, Tiffany Haddish. I didn't even see Normani, but Normani was there. I didn't even see Snoop Dogg, but he was there. Chance the Rapper, I seen him. Obviously, I seen some Bad Girls Clubs people. I seen some Love and Hip Hop people. It was really, 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 really. Oh, it was really, really, really dope. It was dope. It was dope. Now I almost missed Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, two, I see Mulatto. One thing about Mulatto, I'm gonna tell you this. Mulatto is so pretty in person, and she looks a lot thinner. She looks thinner in person than she does. I don't know why on she looks thicker. I don't know. Maybe it was just me. I don't know. She looks thinner to me. She looks good. She's a pretty girl. Now she doesn't really look that friendly though. Like I didn't really talk to her. I just kind of seen her. She didn't look mean, but you can tell she ain't like everybody's friend. You know what I mean? Like she's very stern. But nonetheless, she was there. She was pretty. And she was cool. Now I almost missed Megan Thee Stallion, but I gotta tell you why I almost missed Megan Thee Stallion. Because baby, I was so nosy. Girl, I was so nosy because, well, hold on. I'm trying to, before I get to that, before I get to that, who else was, blogger-wise, who else was there? I seen Lovely T. Lovely T walked up to me. You know what? Shout out to Lovely T. Lovely T has a banging body. I actually asked Lovely T if she had a BBL. Her booty was sitting up really, really high. We was by the stage. I seen Lovely T. Kyle from the Neighborhood Talk was there. It was so funny because me and Kyle, you know, Kyle probably don't really like me. I really don't like Kyle, But you know what I mean? But he seen me, he kind of gagged, and he was like, oh, hey, and gave me a hug. I'm like, okay, we're going to give each other a hug, but we don't really like each other, but okay. It was like 2 seconds. It was like, hey. It was like the first thing was like, girl, I'm like, okay, but we don't even like each other, but okay, whatever. Hey. You know what I mean? So he was there. I see people online dragging the hell out of Kyle because he was there. But yeah, he was there. Official Cam Barbie was there. That's my guy. Love him. Obviously Jason Lee was there. Jason Lee was up there, baby, running around, baby, doing his thing. Tiffany Haddish was there. Mind you, I got a story about Tiffany too. It was a Kiki. Tiffany was there, kind of like just being Tiffany, a Kiki and famous, dancing, bopping around. You know what I mean? Doing her thing. Mind you, her security guard was sending me though. No shade, because obviously Cardi B came out. And bitch, I was trying to get next to Cardi. I was trying to see. I'm like, oh my God, I'm trying to get into this mug in person. I'm just really trying to get everything. I'm looking at Cardi. I'm looking at the Migos. I'm like, oh my God, this is really a moment. I'm trying to see if she's gonna recognize that I'm there. Like, you know what I mean? And Cardi had gotten to the crowd at one point, and I was trying to get over into the crowd. And I don't know where Tiffany Haddish was, or she was trying to walk, but I was trying to get to film Cardi, right? And Tiffany Haddish's security was not letting me walk by. Now here's the thing. What I thought was really, really dope, like security wasn't super, super heavy and super, super annoying, because I feel like most people came with their own personal security, which is something that I'm going to note for myself. I like that. Like everybody pretty much had their own security. Security wasn't really given a lot. The party was really, really chill. Excuse me. So, but what was interesting was Tiffany Haddish, her security guard was sending me because I was trying to get over to film Cardi B, but the security guard kept getting in my way and not letting me through, because I think he thought I was trying to get next to Tiffany Haddish. But in my mind, and I think I told him this at some point, I'm like, sir, I'm trying to get over there. He's like, don't get next to Tiffany. And see, my thing is, I like Tiffany Haddish. Just wasn't her fault. And she should keep that security guard because he did his job. However, when the security guards be doing all that, it starts making you say ignorant shit that you don't mean. You know what I mean? Because then I found myself saying, I don't give a shit about Tiffany Haddish bald-headed ass. You know what I mean? But that really wasn't how I felt. You know, I'm just letting you know, like, I don't care about Tiffany Haddish right now. Like, I'm like, I get you're doing your job, but I don't give a shit about Tiffany Haddish. We done already did a video. I'm over that. I'm not trying to see her. This is not her party. Move. This is what I was. He like, mind you, he's a big old man too. I'm like, this man finna kick my ass, cause he was irritating me. I'm like, shit, I don't give a shit about Tiffany Haddish. Shit, start making you say stuff that you don't mean. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But you don't mean it. But it's just like, girl, move. Ain't nobody trying to get next to you or no Tiffany Haddish. Cardi B is right there. I'm sure that's what I'm trying to do. You are in my way. But anyway. But anyway, so yeah, so that happened. So I seen Cardi, she got it in a little video or whatever. That was cool. So then I was like, all right, well, I want to bounce through the party. I want to see who's there. You know, they had stylists there. I seen, no shade, I seen Lil Nas X's boyfriend or ex-boyfriend. I don't know. He was there. He actually looks how he looks on the videos in person. Cute little boy. I think he was there with the other choreographer, Sean Bakehead. They were there. I was just looking around. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of people here. I really couldn't dance because, number one, I really don't like dancehall music. And then two, I was just like paying attention to everything. So at some point, I had to decide, listen, I'm done paying attention to everybody else. I need to start getting messed up myself. So then me and my best friend, me and my best friend and Greg, we just start getting messed up. Boom. So we getting drunk, okay? Going in line, we can't. Greg is like, well, I need to go get my weed. So I'm like, you left your weed in the car? He's like, yeah, I left my weed in the car. So he leaves his weed in the car. Mind you, we not even in there that long. It's not even 11:30. He goes and tries to go get his weed. Mind you, I kind of forgot to tell you this early on, but we lost Greg early on in the party. Okay, Greg goes outside to go get the weed. We never seen Greg again. So what happened was, Greg went outside. And once Greg went outside, they wouldn't let Greg back in because it was full to capacity. Greg is calling us. But I don't know Greg. I just met Greg in line 20 to 30 minutes ago. Greg is not my business. Greg should have brought his weed in with him. So Greg had got voted off the island, and girl, the party had to go on. So girl, we're bopping around, right? So mind you, now I'm like, okay, I want to see who kind of recognize me and who not. And I could tell when people know you or they see you and they really don't really feel you like that. It was this one girl in there. I could tell she didn't like me. I'm not going to say no names, but she worked with somebody. She didn't like me. And she was giving me a lot. I mean, she was just walking around throwing her. She was throwing her hair and just. Girl, I felt like she was giving me a lot. I'm like, why is this girl giving me so much? And she was like kind of slightly like rolling her eyes, cutting her eyes at me. I'm like, girl, why is she cutting her eyes at me? I'm like telling my best friend, I'm like, girl, she know me. She do not like me. She is cutting her eyes at me. Cause she was just, and like, girl, acting like she don't see us and just like, girl, like, ugh, like, girl, like I could tell, you could tell when somebody watched you or talked about them or something like that, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, I probably have got her ass before. She'll fuck with me. She'll really like me like that. My bad, girl. You know what I mean? She don't really like me. I it's okay. I could tell. I'm like, oh yeah, she don't really feel me like that. And then, so to keep it moving. Mind you, I ran into somebody that I used to know, like used to talk to in the past. I cannot take Hollywood because people in Hollywood are so funny and so fickle. Mind you, I knew this boy from a long time ago. I guess he's like a stylist now or something. I don't know what he does. Anyway, he was there and he was just giving a lot. Like, he sees me. First of all, I've seen you and I've seen you. I know about you. I've known you before anything. Like, girl, we know each other. Like from the slums, from the bottom. Like, girl, we know. And she was giving, hey baby, and like, girl, I'm like, when did you become all of this? Like, now it's oh hey baby and oh baby, and I'm just like, girl, is this what it gives? So I'm just like, hey baby, you know me, I'm in full character because at this point, because I'm like gagging, I'm like, oh, okay, that's not who I knew before, but okay, hey baby, and keep it pushing because I'm like, I don't have time for that. Like, girl, like it's so phony. Like, girl, get out of my face. You know what I mean? Like, girl, they just start feeling themselves. You know what I mean? And she's, oh, hey, baby. I'm just like, I can't. At some point, you be like, girl, it's time to go because it's too much for you. It's too much for you. So yeah, so it was a lot of that going on. But back to the Megan Thee Stallion. So I was trying to see Megan Thee Stallion, right? But I almost missed Meg because I had got back into a space where I had begun to be nosy again. So, I'm not going to say any names. So, I'm walking, girl. So, I'm walking, right? And, girl, like, I was just saying, people do not like when you talk about them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you go into these spaces and you done talked about these people, you can't really expect everybody to be cool with you. You feel me? So there was this girl, this artist there, and she was there with somebody from her team. I don't know if it was her manager or whatever, but apparently, I don't know. I'm just assuming there was another person who was walking in front of me, and I think that they wanted to take a picture with this person, but I don't know if this person had like talked bad about this person at some point. I don't know if they had really like threw some shade or what. I don't know what had happened, but this girl's manager or whatever this guy was, he was kind of like skirt, like on some like we don't F with you, like we're not, like you be on that fugazi, like you be on that like girl, like it was giving like girl. Like you kind of like charged, like girl. They was like giving like, bro, like, like girl, get up out of here. You know what I mean? Like they was giving that energy, right? So, mind you, I'm like, girl, this would happen while I'm right here. You know what I mean? I'm just like, this is some tea. But I'm like, girl, I'm like, Cardi is on the stage, but I'm like, girl, this is some tea right here. And like, why would I walk away from this? Because I want to see what's going on. But it really wasn't that serious. But girl, I was kind of trying to like catch the tea. Because I'm like, girl, this is what it gives. This is what it gives. I'm like, girl, this is what it gives. I'm getting a crash course on what it gives, bitch. But mind you, I'm cackling because I'm like, girl, these people really feeling some type of way. You know what I mean? And girl, they will slightly try to get you together. You know what I mean? If you try to act and like you want to take a picture or something like that, like girl, they're like, girl, they'll be like, get up out of, you know, they'll try you. Like they're like, girl, they be feeling away. Like, girl, they like, girl, it's not sweet. Like, girl, we not cool. You know what I mean? Like, girl, they be on that, like, girl, what was you saying on the, you know, what was you saying on the internet? they be also like, what you was saying? Huh? You want to what? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of what they was giving. But, so, girl, I'm like, all right, girl, let me get up out of here. Because I'm being way too nosy right now. I'm at this point, I'm being extreme because this is not my business. And I'm trying to listen over the music. Now I'm realizing at this point, I'm being messy. And I'm being so nosy. So then, so I'm like, okay, well, girl, let me go try to see Megan Thee Stallion, like, girl, Megan Thee Stallion. So I'm trying to race to the front to try to see Megan Thee Stallion, and I got like a 3-second glance, like a 2-second, 3 to 4 second glance at Megan Thee Stallion. She was hopping off the stage, and she was going and to the bathroom. Now, one thing I can say about Megan Thee Stallion, she's a pretty girl. From what I've seen, she's a pretty girl. You know, it was obviously hot, so she was under those lights, she was sweating and stuff like that, and she was already performing. I had missed her whole little set. So she was going to go like clear her face and stuff off. However, I will say she looked good. But Megan Thee Stallion is a very big girl. You know what I mean? Like, she's a big girl. Not like just like weight. I'm just saying like, she's a big girl. Like, Megan Thee Stallion is like, not in like, how, she's really a stallion. Like, that name fit, like, she's tall, she's big. Like, Megan Thee Stallion literally looked like a wrestler. Like, no shade. She could literally be a wrestler. And the first thing I could think of was, girl, what was she doing with Tory Lanez? Because I'm like, geez, like, Tory, like, Megan Thee Stallion is a big girl. She's a big, like, she's tall, like, she's a big girl. I'm like, Tory Lanez is a little man. So I'm like, how, you know what I mean? Like, girl, that was a lot to climb that tree. You gotta be a strong, big, powerful man to kind of, to tame that stallion. Like, that's a big girl. That's a lot of woman, okay? That's intimidating. Girl, I don't know. You got to really beat her. You got to really beat that down when you hit that. Like, you got to really put in some work. Because I feel like Megan Thee Stallion can eat you up. Because, like, girl, you got to really put it. You got to really break her down. Like, you got to really hit that. Like, you got to, like, you got to really, like, Partisan really got it. He probably be in there. Bam. You know what I mean? You got to body slam that bit. You know what I mean? You got to, bam, chokehold her, digging that. Like, I'm like, that's a big girl. You gotta really manhandle her. You gotta really beat her up. Like, when you hit that, because she'll eat you. Megan Thee Stallion will eat you, baby. Baby. You gotta really hit that. You can't play with that. You gotta really hit that. So yeah. But girl, nonetheless, she looked good. So yeah, I got a glimpse of her. I didn't see Lizzo. I don't know how Lizzo, where she snuck in at or whatever, but I definitely didn't see Lizzo. So then the party's kind of over, whatever. Wait, Well, I seen. I didn't even, mind you, child. Shinsia was there. I didn't even see the segment with Spice because at some point I started partying myself, so I just stopped looking for people because they were everywhere. It was just everybody was in a party. So at some point you just like, girl, I don't care about anybody else. Now I'm having fun and I'm having a party. It was beautiful. Like it was everything. At some point you just be like, I don't give a shit who's next to me. I'm about to party for myself. So me and my best friend, we just started enjoying the party for ourselves. We was tipping, we was walking, we was going to the bathroom, taking pictures, and we was doing the things. So for the people that didn't see the look, let me see. This was me. Oh, let me see. I don't know if you can really get into it. It's a little blurry. I don't know why. I don't know why it's blurry like that. But yeah, this was me in the bathroom. Hold on. We got to find a better photo of that. Jeez Louise, man. No. Hold on. Maybe you can get it here. I don't know where the other photo is. Let me grab it. I know you guys, some of you guys have seen it, but we got to get a better photo of that. Hold on. We've got to get a better photo of that. We've got to. Did it pop up? Let's see. No. Okay, well, you guys go to my Instagram. It's on there. It's on there. Just go there, because I don't know why. What the T is? Oh, here we go. We could try it this way. Try it this way. This looks like a better photo. Okay, cool. See, okay, this was me. Yeah, shoes are Balenciaga. I had on Balenciaga socks. You probably can't tell, but I had on Balenciaga socks. These are like a wax pant jean from Diesel. And this is a Diesel biker jacket. This is some costume jewelry. Be very clear. And these are Celine sunglasses. And my hair is lavender, okay? Now, outfit is very important for me. Let's just talk about the fashion really quick. It was very important for me to be comfortable, yet not overdressed, and to just be able to blend a little bit, you know what I mean? But still give what I gave. Okay, so, and for me, the most important thing about an outfit, especially when I'm going to an event like a birthday party or having a party for myself or anything like that, is what happens the next day. Where can I wear this to after? Where does this thing live after this event? Now, I was going to go with this red Givenchy Letterman jacket. There was a couple of things that outside of the price. First of all, that jacket was almost $2,000, and I was like, girl, I'm not going to do it. But it was red, and it was red, and I wore red for my birthday. And then two, I felt like the fact that it was Givenchy, everybody probably would have had it on. No one really had it on. But then two, and then three, I didn't really, the material in it, I didn't really know how I was going to keep it clean. I just felt like, anytime I wore that, it was going to be like, oh my God, here he is with the red coat again, the red Givenchy jacket. So I decided to go with the Diesel jacket, okay, which was half the price. But girl, now the pants those pants don't really look like anything. But those pants were very expensive, and I would not have bought them had I checked the tag before I decided to give it to the lady to ring up. She had worn me out, and those pants were not nothing super special. I'm almost embarrassed at how much those pants cost, because I feel like they should be like, I feel like I should be able to fart in those pants, and it should smell like money. You know what I mean? Something. There needs to be some sort of special effect to those jeans, and it just wasn't. Other than the fact that they didn't split. But anyway, it was important for me to make sure that I could wear the pieces again, because again, this wasn't my party. And I seen a lot of people saying, well, were you hot? Absolutely not. It was windy as F in LA. I was not too hot at all. it was perfect. And so I enjoyed it. So that was the look. And this is the importance of having a good +1. I couldn't have taken this photo by myself. See, when you have a real good best friend, a real +1, they're going to make sure you look good. Could you imagine if I brought somebody and this was the picture? I know I have some friends that would do that to me. Or do this. You know what I mean? Or do it like that. Or like that. You like, girl, I appreciate a person that will take their time out and make sure that you look good. So that is the importance of having a good +1, because in moments like this, you need someone to capture the moment for you. But if they're always around looking out for themselves or trying to one up a situation or whatever, they're not going to work. So that's why you have to be very strategic in the people that you bring along with you on this journey. They need to be able to rock with you, not against you and not away from you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's very important when you maneuver to bring the right people along. Okay? So that was that on that. So now let's get to the meeting of Cardi B. Okay, so boom. So the party is kind of dying down. Everybody's kind of leaving at this point. But I'm like, girl, where's the after set? And everybody's like, well, I don't know. We're trying to figure it out. We're trying to figure it out right now. But I see Offset and what's his name? Quavo. They're like, at this point now, it's the let out. Some of the celebrities are gone. Now it's just giving like, girl, if you here, you here. Girl, everybody's right here. Literally, I'm like right here. Cardi B, I didn't even notice. Cardi B was in the truck like 10 feet away from me. Offset was like right here. Everybody was just chilling. So I'm like, well, girl, I'm about to go talk to Offset. I wanted a picture, but I was like nervous because I'm like, when I walked up to him, you could tell that Offset is cool, but he ain't with a lot of gay shit. And he's not with a lot of he cool, but he not with a lot of weird shit. He not with it I think he cool with everybody that Cardi cool with, respects everybody. But but celebrities, as rightfully so, they do have trust issues, and Offset has been through a lot. So he's like, baby, So I was kind of I was nervous because I'm like, girl, I don't want these. My thing is, it'd be the security for me. And I just don't want nobody to play in my face. You know what I mean? Like, I know you rich, I know you famous, but I don't want nobody to ever feel like they're gonna talk to me crazy. So whenever I be trying to talk to somebody or walk, I don't ever want to put myself in a situation where somebody gonna act like somebody gonna think that they're gonna play me. You know what I'm saying? Like who are you? Or like get up out of here, or like secure. Like, I don't like that. So I always lead with caution, like, girl, okay, I'm gonna go in for it because y'all know I've really been living for Offset's looks. I watched the hype. I mean, Offset is doing his thing with the fashion. So I told him, like, he probably thought I was going to ask to take a picture. And that's why I was like, girl, I'm not going to ask to take a picture because he's with his homeboys. But I have been bigging him up online. So I'm like, I just want to at least tell him that I appreciate what he's doing for the fashion game. Because a lot of times, men don't get the credit. We always talk about the women, but Offset literally has been killing it with the fashion. Like, he's been doing his thing. So I wanted to let him know that I appreciated what he's doing on the hype. So I told him, I was like, you're doing your thing with the fashion. You're doing your thing on the hype. I watched that show. You're dope. He was like, I appreciate that. Thank you. Reached out, shook my hand, shook his hand. And I was like, bro, that was Offset. Mind you, I didn't even know Cardi B was in the freaking car in front of me. But so I met Offset, talked to him, shook his hand. He's dope. But you know what I mean? He kind of was like, they're like, okay, well, what's up? I'm like, oh, I just want to, hey. I just want to say, shout out to you. Good job on the show. Mind you, Bobby Lights is not too far away from me. So then one of Bobby Lights, I think, photographers, they were trying to tell him to go take a picture with Offset. Bobby Lights is like, girl, I can't go ask Offset to take a picture with me dressed like that. Mind you, Bobby Lights got a whole thong on his ass and everything. And I'm like, girl, you gonna go ask Offset to take a picture with him like this? She's like, girl, I'm definitely not going over there to Offset to ask him to take a picture. I'm like, I'm glad you know. Okay. So she didn't do that, but girl, they was trying to set Bobby Lights up to go ask Offset to take a picture. Mind you, Bobby Lights is a cackle. Complete kiki. She's a good time. She's a party. She's a party girl. She's a cackle. She's entertaining as hell. And when you're around her, she's a cackle, 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 cackle. Cackle, 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 bitch. A kiki. So yeah, that was a key. So then boom. So then that's when me and also me, Kim Barbie, and Jason Lee took the legendary photo that's been going viral. Did you guys see that photo that's going viral with me, Jason Lee? Oh my God. Oh, I think I have the photo. Oh my gosh. Where's the photo at? Dang, I probably should have posted it. But yeah, so we took I'm gonna grab that photo. Let me do that. I'm gonna grab that photo. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna grab that photo for y'all. If you haven't done so, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel, please. Here's the photo we took. I'm about to pull it up right now. This is a legendary photo. Hold on. I'm coming, child. I'm coming out. All right, I'm sending it now. By the way, I talked to Tiana Taylor too. And I told her that I loved her music. I told Tiana Taylor that she was super dope, and that I really wouldn't want her to quit music because it inspires a lot of people, and it's a vibe that we don't get all the time. She appreciated that. Her and I, we took a lot of pictures. We did a video. I also talked to Candy. You know, it's your boy Candy. We talked. We had a moment. Also, the Zeus Network. I have to tell you guys about the Zeus Network. Okay, but hold on. Here's the picture of that me, Jason Lee, and Official Kim Barbie took together. It was great. Official Kim Barbie is a Gemini. I'm a Gemini. I don't know where Jason Lee sign in is, but I like Jason Lee. Jason Lee has secretly been around through my whole come up. I've always told Jason Lee, you're gonna know me real soon. I told Jason Lee way back in the day that and then I told him again when I seen him in New York with Wendy Williams, I'm gonna be around. And it's just so funny because like I'm around. And so yeah, this was a good night. Shout out to Jason Lee. Shout out to Kim Barbie. This picture has been going viral all over Twitter, Instagram. People are wishing us to be dead, all kind of nasty things. But you know, we do our job. We do our job well. And there's just been a conversation about bloggers and why bloggers were at the party. Well, everybody likes Cardi. We do our thing. And this is not a Nicki Minaj bash thing, but I will say this. This is the difference between a Cardi and a Nicki Minaj. Cardi B, and we're gonna get into that more, but Cardi B, I love Cardi B because Cardi B, no matter how rich and how famous and how successful she is, she's still humble and she's personable. She does not have that energy about her where she thinks that she's better than or grander than, which she could, because there's a lot more people that were even at that party that are not on her level. But baby, they were walking around there like their itch does not stink, okay? That they were just some privilege to the earth. Cardi B doesn't do that. So, but we're going to get into that. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of these girls' faves could never invite the girls that lift them up and pull them. I don't understand why that's a problem for her to bring bloggers out. You know, it's no different than Nicki Minaj saying, oh, hey, I'm tired of all these different blogs bashing me and pushing this narrative during the hate train. Okay, and you know what my thing was to Nicki? Instead of bringing up Kyle every week, to not like put on these smaller platforms that you like. You have the ability to big up people that support you. So for those blogs that support you constantly, big you up, Show them some love. Bring them to the show. Don't only bring them around to be messy and ask messy questions. Don't align yourself with toxic bloggers that come up there to do dirty work and expose celebrities. Why don't you just bring them up there, that the ones that show you genuine love? So I don't think anything is wrong with Cardi B building her relationships with the people that show her love. Okay, if she realizes that these are bloggers that support me, that promote my music, that paint me in a good light, that you know, and that give me constructive criticism, and I respect them, why not show them love back? Now it's a problem. See, first it was a problem because everybody thought, oh, you can't get there. She didn't invite you to the party. Oh, you guys are kissing ASS, but you guys can't get an invite. Now we get the invite. Now everybody trying to say, oh, everybody could have went to the party. All you have to do is slide in the DMs. And wrong answer, baby. That's not what happened. Everybody could not get the invite. Be very clear. That's number one. Then number two, it's like when you get invited to the party, now all of a sudden she's paying people. It's like you can't win for losing. She's not paying anybody. It's core. We're good at what we do. We're doing our thing, and we are part of the industry. Contrary to what some may say about who's in the industry and who's not. But whether you realize it or not, I'm a part of the industry. These people are a part. We shift the culture. Media, YouTuber, bloggers, we shift the culture. If we're not talking about you, it doesn't matter. You don't matter. So at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with her inviting people that support her. There's nothing wrong with that. And anybody that sees something wrong with that is just a hater. Because their faves would never. A lot of times these girls be on the wrong side. These girls be on the wrong side of right, baby. And they don't even understand it. These girls be on the wrong side. So yeah, that's that on that. These girls just be talking out their necks and don't know what's going on. I mean, they were saying that, oh, Cardi B unfollowed me, blocked me, canceled me. I'm like, girl, y'all have no idea what's going on. But anyway, so that was that. Really quick, I met the owners of the Zeus Network there too. Oh, I have a picture of them too. They were great. You guys know that we had a little history with the Zeus Network. If you guys have been here a while, then you know that there was a bit of a history with the Zeus Network and I, because I felt like they blocked me, or they copyright wrote my channel. They flagged my channel, gave me a strike. After we sent so many people over there to the Zeus Network. And so I felt some type of way, and then you guys ended up having my back on that, and they ended up removing the strike from the Zeus Network. So anyway, I met the owners of the Zeus Network. His wife was beautiful. She looked like she looked in person. She looked like she looked on TV in person. That lady is fine. I'm trying to find a picture of her so I could send it. Hold on, let me see. Because that lady is gorgeous. That man's wife is beautiful. Where's she at? She is sickening, baby. She is a star. Let me see. She is beautiful. I'm about to show you this lady. Hold on. I'm trying to send it now. Give me a second. Oh my God. Now it's going to play in my face. Hold on. It's the pledge of my face. Well, I can't pull it up right now, but y'all know what he looked like. Y'all know what the owner of Zeus Network and his wife looked like. So, boom. She was beautiful. I was with them. I met them. I was like, I forgot what I said. I said something, but I was like, you know, we had a little bit of a history. And she was like, yeah, I know you. You're Armon Wiggins? The Armon Wiggins show? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, yeah, I definitely know you. Then she went and got her husband. She was like, this is Armon Wiggins. And I'm like, yeah, this is me. Oh, my God. Someone knows me. Da-da-da-da-da. You're not a cornball. So anyway, so then he was like, yeah, you know, let's take a picture. Put my number in your phone. And I'm like, okay, definitely. Here, let's work on it, baby. Let's do a project. So we exchanged contacts, you know, had my little business cards, gave him a little business card, you know what I mean? I felt corny, but I gave him a little business card, you know what I mean? Got the number. So, you know, tapped in with the Zeus Network, you know, so maybe, you know, I'll put it in the air. Maybe me and the Zeus Network will work together one day. That was a good connect that was made with the Zeus Network. So shout out to them. And they were great. So yeah, now, boom, on to meeting Cardi B. Cardi B was everything. Where is she at? This was a moment. And there was a video. I need to go on my page. I'm going on my page. I need to go on my page. because hold on. I need to go on my page so y'all can really get this video. Hold on, y'all. Because I don't know what's going on. But yeah, hold on. Here we go. So look, here we go.
You know, hey, Barbie. You know, I fuck with you because you're the realest. Thank you for inviting me to your party.
You guys have a good time.
Let me tell you something. Bitch, I had a blast.
I just want everybody to have a good time.
I had a blast, and you're the realest. Hey, Barbie.
Mind you, you hear Bobby. Okay, so mind you. Okay, so let me do this here real quick. I will say this. So how I got to the car, how I got here, I do have to say this. So I'm standing over there, mind you, the security is over there, and I'm looking at Cardi. I'm like waving, like, girl, I'm trying to come over there, but girl, you know me, like I'm nervous. I'm like a kid in the candy store. I'm like, Cardi B. And she like, Armon, come here, Armon. I was like, okay, here I come. Girl, Shauna Brooks is like sitting right in front of the car. So it's a Kim Barbie and it's Shauna Brooks right here, right? And she like this in Cardi face. Like, like this. And I'm like, okay, is she gonna watch out? So, so then I'm trying to get up there. The security guard overly doing their job, which I respected. He gets, I'm like, girl, that's why I hate doing this shit. So I'm like, bro, she just told me to come over here, but I hate feeling like that, you know, like just a super fanboy, because it's like now the security stopped me again. She just said come over here. So she like, no, I told him to come over here. She was like, well, it's good. I just gotta know if she say you can come over here. I'm like, okay. She just said I can come over here. Like, you need to pay attention. They be so ready to block, but they don't listen. You need to listen. They be just so ready to block. Listen, she just told me to come over here. So I'm like, girl, can I come over here or not? So then I get past the security. Shauna Brooks has not moved. So I'm just like, Shauna, hey, can I get right here? Please. Like, you're right here. Can I get in? Can you watch out? Like, girl, can you back, bitch? She like, okay. She made me. I didn't care. I just wanted her to back up. So she backed up, and mind you, so I was nervous. Like, I really want to be, I really want to get in here, but she looked tired. I was tired. It was 3:00 in the morning, and you feel like you only get like a split second before the windows roll up, people start dipping off, or then somebody got to come and move. So I'm just like, girl, let's just get what we can get. So I got the photo. Now, what I will say about meeting her, it was everything. One thing I like about her, I could feel her spirit. Obviously, she couldn't be outside of the car. If she could, she would. Cardi B is super famous, super successful, super rich. She's very humble for the level of celebrity that she's at. I often wonder, how does that feel to be that rich and famous and powerful? Like, I feel like she could have gotten out the car, but she really couldn't have got out the car because everyone would have swarmed her and she probably wouldn't have been able to breathe. Like, the car was like a boundary for her, like a barrier. But still, when you got people I'm one of them included. I'm coming to the car. This person coming to the car. That person coming to the car. It's like so many people there. Like Offset, he was outside, baby. Quavo. Ooh. Whoo. No, that's something different. Girl, I was about to talk too much about something else, girl. Not them. Nothing else. I just... Mine hurt. Mine went somewhere else. But we brought it back. So anyway, yeah. So Quavo was walking. He was just walking around. Cardi B, she can't just walk. Okay? She can't just walk outside because everybody would have been on some boom, 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 boom. So I respect that. But she's cool. She's very beautiful in person. No shade. Very humble personality. It's just so crazy because this girl could really be a lot more of a diva than she is, but she's not. She's really honestly not. Yeah. And she just really wanted everybody to have fun. And I just think that, and then when she was leaving, she was like, bye, Armon Wiggins. I'm like, bye. Like, you know, and so now I feel like I could tell this story too. I had to remind her because one time, out of the blue, I didn't even notice, like, I got a phone call. She's like, yo. I'm like, who is this? This is Cardi. I'm like, girl, how the hell did you get my number? But anyway, we ended up talking for like almost 2 hours. You know what I mean? Just about life and just different things, right? Girl, to a point where I had to I was hungry. So I had I told her, I'm like, girl, I'm talking to you so long, I got to go to Chick-fil-A. I went and got some food and went to the drive-thru. We was keying, and then, girl, I think I got her off the phone because I'm like, girl, wait, I got to go to work, and I think I'm actually talking about you today. No shade, you know what I mean? But she's that person online, and she's that person in person. Like, she's dope, and I see why people mess with her because, you know, she is a celebrity, so she has to create boundaries, right? She has to create boundaries because there was a lot of fake and phony people. There's a lot of fake and phony people everywhere. You don't know what people's true intentions are. So you have to create boundaries. But I felt like if she didn't really have to create those boundaries, she'd be out there partying and tearing it up with all of us. You know what I mean? If she wasn't really who she was, she would be out there being a ratchet, keying, on the floor, splits, laughing, everything. But like now she just kind of has to pull back because of her status. But she's still very much so that down-to-earth girl. Just now she's ultra famous and ultra rich. And I can respect that because the fact that she did personally invite me and then invited Kim Barbie and invited all these other people and allowed us to be in spaces and take pictures. Like, she could act like I'm not doing no pictures. She could have just dipped off and left. You know what I mean? And I think that really goes to tell you about a person's character. When a person has that much power, first of all, when you can throw a part, when you can tweet that you're going to have a party on Wednesday, send out an invite on Thursday, and people across the country will stop what they're doing, readjust their schedules, get on last minute plane tickets, book hotels, spend thousands of dollars on outfits just for your birthday party, you have some power. And you can really use that or abuse that. And I feel like she knows her power, but she does not let it get to her head. There's a lot of people who have much less power than her, and you couldn't tell them that. And so for that, I will forever respect her. You know, and then she's never made me feel like I couldn't do my job. So she never called me and said, don't say this about me. Don't say that about me. No, her whole thing is just don't lie on me. And don't talk about my kid. And I get it. I mean, that's not a hard ask. That's not a hard ask. And everybody would say this, and everybody I feel like would agree with that. So yeah, she's dope. I love Cardi for that. Shout out to her. I had a blast. The event was everything. Yeah, it was dope. So that is the Cardi B party. I'm trying to decide. Do I want to take a couple calls? Let me see. If the stream starts messing up, we'll end the calls, but I'll take a couple. and see what you guys want to get into. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, chill. So yeah, the party was dope. I definitely want to go again. First of all, it was the free drinks for me. She definitely knew how to throw a party. Like it was right. It was the free bar. It was the open bar for me, baby. Maybe. It was the open bar for me. And it was that girl tearing that man up in the corner for me. They were tearing that man up. Okay. Girl, y'all are so stupid. Girl, I just be over here keying. Girl, I am so nosy. I am so nosy. Hold on. Let me see. It was definitely the free drinks for me. Somebody said money doesn't change you.
Press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2.
Your show is scheduled to start in 25 seconds.
They said money doesn't change you. It makes you more of who you are. I love Cardi so much. I met her when she was a dancer. Yes, I love that because I could tell that she's genuine. So that was fire.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hold on. Hello? 6949.
Hey, Armon.
Hey, what's going on?
First and foremost, I think it's the best part about all this is just being with you from the beginning and seeing where you are now. I think and just knowing that you pissed off a lot of people. I find satisfaction in that. I'm very proud of you. First and foremost, I think just knowing your voice got you this far, I think you should be very proud of yourself. I hope you give yourself credit. You're so entertaining. Only I could listen to you for a story for 40 minutes straight without, having my ADHD kick in. But I also.
But you know what? I want to say. Let me respond to that real quick. I appreciate that because I really wasn't even thinking about it on that level. But going through what I've gone through on this platform and having mentors and people that feel like they're so much better than me, or I wouldn't have been there without them, or they it's like, girl, I never needed you. You know what I'm saying? And you're never going to tell me that I'm not in the industry. I'm not going to make it because I'm continuously growing without certain people around me. You know what I'm saying? And so I never needed any of that. And it's some of these people that have gotten all of that and they're not even getting into the spaces. You know what I'm saying? So
they're stuck. Those people are stuck. And I think that goes to show for everybody listening, if you use just your voice, don't rely on people to get you where you are, because nothing feels better than knowing that you got on your own. And I think that's also how you relate to Cardi. Is Cardi did not kiss anybody's ass or butt, to be where she is now. And I think that's something that you guys relate to. I don't think that anybody's gotten you to where you are at all. I can't think of any situation, any type of drama, any type of controversy that even got you where you are that, somebody made your career. So first and foremost, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I do want to say with Cardi and this birthday and before the last week when people were dragging you because of talking crap about Cardi, you guys, that's what Cardi loves about him. I don't think you guys realize she doesn't want her butt to be kissed. That's the last thing she wants. So that's why I hate when people purposely just try to ignore the fact that she wants everybody to speak good, and she's paying people to speak only good about her and not post feedback. And the funny thing is, this was just a week ago when Armon was talking about his opinion. It was his opinion, and he's rightfully entitled to it. And he was there the next day, and she was just so happy to see him. So I hope that shows to everybody who thinks that this girl is paying blogs to talk good about her. Like you said, she just doesn't want her to be lied on. And don't talk about her kid. I do want to touch on the party. I think that seeing bloggers there, I think that you guys don't realize how much that helps with them networking too. So she's doing them a huge favor, putting you in positions where you're around people that you'll probably never really get to be around often. That's super important to uplift people in the community, and she's always done that. And I feel like she does not get the credit for everything she does from helping people genuinely. Like this is a huge thing for some bloggers. They would love to be in this position, and I think that was Kyle there.
Yeah, it was a great networking event for myself. Like I appreciate she's putting me in position to grow my business and network. Like you said, like where do you get that? Like anybody that doesn't understand is a hater.
At all. And then you're going to a party where she's uplifting Black people, and that's super important too for the community. That people don't give her enough credit for putting these people but putting them in positions to do better for themselves. Because sometimes people get stuck, and sometimes people need a little more opportunities. And if she's able to do that, and a lot of people didn't do that for her, but if she's able to do that for other people, I think that we need to start addressing that more and giving her credit for it. Because there's people who don't do anything for the Black community and use that to their advantage, but Cardi is always condemned because she's not the perfect Black person or whatever it is, but she's always putting Black people in a better position. And if we can ignore that, but in 5 years from now, we're going to look back and be like, we never gave Cardi that credit. But that's why it's so important to give people their flowers now. That's why I gave you yours, Armon. I can't wait to see where you'll be in 5 years. But I also wanted to mention, do you think that, can I ask a question about this? Do you think that Nicki caused all this because of Cardi's birthday that day?
Honestly, I don't really want to get into that. I got to look into that because I was worried about my channel, my hacking, and then I was worried about this party. I really haven't even dug into anything outside of Cardi B's party and my hacking situation. So I'm gonna move on from that though. But thanks, boo. I'm gonna take another caller. Okay, we gotta keep moving. 6321, you're live on the air. Yeah, I don't want to make this a whole thing about Nicki.
Yeah. Can you hear me, Armon?
Yes.
Yes, I just want to say something real quick. Like, I'm proud of you to get in these spaces that people swear you would never get in. Like, I've been watching you ever since like your early reaction videos, and I just want to say that I'm proud that you got to meet Cardi.
Thank you.
Like, that was really good. Like, I don't know, you seemed so happy when I saw you on Instagram Live. Just keep doing what you're doing.
It was dope. I mean, because it was a dope like it was, bro. It was like a dope party. Like it was a dope party. It was interesting because you could see the people who knew you, and you could see the people who knew you, like who may like you may have pissed off at one point, but they're not gonna like charge you up. They just gonna like cut their eyes at you. But then it was like, nigga, I'm here. Like I'm here. Like I'm outside. I'm in the space. Like. I don't care what none of that rah-rah is on the internet. Like, I don't care what none of that is because it's like, I don't care about who got what followers, who got how many subscribers, who get what views. I don't see these niggas here. And it's just not Cardi B people. It's a lot of people here. These are people that that like everybody. This is not just Cardi B family. So you can't say you just didn't get invited because, you don't like Cardi B. Like, it was a lot of people that like Cardi, that like Nicki, that like everybody. You wasn't here.
Right, like I'm not even a Cardi fan, but that party looked lit. Like I would have liked to have went. Like it looked so lit from everybody that been posting. Like I'm so glad that you got to get in that space like you wanted to, and it's like it's only up from here.
Yeah, it was dope.
But that's
all right, boo.
Okay.
All right, somebody said, what do you think of Kyle being there? No shade. When I seen Kyle, I gagged. I'm like, wait, is that Kyle? But I seen him like twice. I seen him like come out the little VIP section. Then I seen him in the passing. And honestly, I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, oh girl, Kyle is here. I didn't think anything of it. To be honest with you, I just kind of gagged because I didn't expect him to be here. But my biggest thing was I was wondering, I'm like, did Cardi know that he here? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think that Cardi B knew who was all there. She was in the front of the stage. There was a VIP in the back filled with celebrities and influencers. It was like Love and Hip Hop. It was rappers. It was singers. It was Instagram. It was YouTube. It was hella people in this like VIP section in the back. Cardi never went to the back, so I think that she was finding out who all was there through the stories. So yeah, I don't really know. I just feel like Kyle, maybe he just at a point where he like, child, I'm not finna be. I want to go to the Cardi B party too. Like I don't, like girl, Nicki. I think I don't know. Wasn't Nicki shading him? Didn't she just shade him in a post lately, recently? So maybe he's starting to see the light. That girl. I don't want to be. I could like everybody. I don't want to be on one. I don't want to be on no side, and I damn sure don't want to be on a losing side. Where you're gonna like, girl. No, I don't know. 9309.
Hey, Armon.
Hey.
Hey, I'm so happy for you. I'm glad that you got to be in those spaces with them. But, okay, so I'm not surprised that Kyle went to the party because I feel like Kyle been like, a Cardi fan from the very beginning. He been posting about Cardi, and then once the beef happened, and that's when he like switched. But yeah, I don't get why like the Barb is saying that why she had the blog there. She's paying blogs and stuff like that. They've been saying that about her for a while. But didn't Nicki have Queen Radio, and didn't she have TS Medicine come to the station? Didn't she have Kyle come up there? Wasn't she in communications with Tasha K? So
And well, let's be very clear. Nicki Minaj follows all those blogs that kiss her A. She supports them. She likes stuff. So it's the same thing. And then let's be very clear. Nicki Minaj just sent her own story to the Shade Room for them to post. She got caught sending her own live to the Shade Room. So, but no one's going to talk about that.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And my whole thing is, like, people want to, like, bash bloggers, but if it wasn't for bloggers, being nosy or being in the mess or whatever you want to call it, that's how your fave gets promoted.
Right.
That's how your fave, that's how your fave, it's social media networking. It's like social media. People use social media to connect with their fave and be more personable with their fave.
Let me tell you something. People are damned if they do, they damned if they don't. Let me tell you what people want me to do. People would rather me sit up here and never get an invite to the party so they can laugh and say I kiss Cardi B's butt and I can't get an invite. Then when I get an invite to the party, they want it to be like, oh, you just have to DM her to get in and you got invited and now she's paying bloggers. Or then they want me to say, oh, well, you're biased. So then when I say, okay, well, I don't like this, but I like this, then all of a sudden I'm dragging Cardi. Then when if I like everything Cardi does, I'm biased. I can't win for losing. If I say I don't like something, then the Barty gang, a lot of the Barty gang is fake too. Fickle fake. Because they flipped on me because they felt like I didn't agree with something. The Barbs do too. So what I'm learning is I got to keep my eye on the prize because I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. If I love everything Cardi B, I'm bought. If I don't like something that she doesn't do, then I'm a flip-flopper. You know what I mean? And instead of being a flip-flopper, why don't we call it for what it is? It's non-biased. So what people really should say is they like biased bloggers. You don't want somebody to give balanced commentary. You want somebody to say something that you can agree with 100% of the time. People talk about being biased and being bought. That's what they would prefer us to be. Because then when we're not, people like me get called a flip-flopper. Oh, he's such a flip-flopper. 1 minute he liked Nicki. No, I can very much so like Nicki and respect her as an artist and dislike her as a person.
Exactly. It's like it's a double standard. And at the end of the day, that's why you just keep on doing what you're doing. You don't pay, these fan bases no mind. You just do Armon. And you got in that space by just being Armon. You don't have to be somebody that you're not. You don't have to switch up your voice when you get on camera to please a certain fan base like a lot of these bar blogs do. You just do what you want to do. Do you. Be Armon.
Thank you, boo. You have a good
You're
time.
welcome.
All right, let's get into some things. 0767, you live on the air. Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Hi, Armon.
What's poppin'?
Nothing much. I did want to say that I myself am a Gemini, and from day one, I've always known that Cardi has had genuine energy. So for you to say that, I was like, you know what? From day one, I've always known Cardi is just a real bitch. Like, excuse my language. She's just a real bitch. So, you know, this opportunity was great for you because at the end of the day, I watch your show. I love your show. You're genuine. You're you. And Cardi saw that. She was like, you know what? I'm inviting him to my party. Fuck what everybody else has to say. And that was that.
And that's what it was. And that's what happened.
And it seemed like a lit party. It seemed like a lit time. And you were able to enjoy that.
And I'm going to the next one. And whatever other one. And whatever other party. Because you can still do this job and still do it and still be respectful. And listen, some of them people might pull up on you and be like, yo, then we can have a conversation about it. But if you only lead with negativity, you don't ever, and hate and slander and expository, you know, and malice, you'll never get an opportunity to get in the face of these people. And people can be like, you know what? Hey, I really didn't like that. Maybe it's a misunderstanding. And they can actually explain it to you. You know what I mean? Thank you, boo. I'm gonna let you go before you curse again. But anyway, so yeah, I feel like there's a balance here. You know, everybody's not gonna like you. There is gonna be a trust level that needs to be made. You know, everybody's not gonna welcome me with open arms. You know, my job still is to talk. So I know that some places I may never go, just because some people have huge trust issues. And in the entertainment business, you never know who's there for you or who's there for you. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. 5668. Hello? 5668. Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
UK caller.
Hi, how are you?
I just wanted to say I'm really proud of you. I've been watching you such a long time. And just ignore all the haters who are like, oh, you shouldn't have been there, or making excuses or whatever, because they're just jealous at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And I just want to agree with you on the point that Cardi really is a nice person. And I think people just sort of stan culture getting in the way of viewing that. So I'm just really proud of you. And also, I just want to know, did you meet Normani?
No, I didn't. I didn't even know she was there.
Oh, I'm so annoyed. I really wanted you two to meet because I know, like, you know, you do have some things to say about her, but, you know, you're quite balanced in what you have to say about her, I think. But I
was nervous about meeting her or running into Lizzo, but I didn't even see Lizzo. Now Lizzo was because I'm like, oh, girl, I'm definitely not gonna try to take a picture of Lizzo because I be on Lizzo neck. So I just you know, so I'm not even gonna fake it and act like I want to take a picture with her because I can't even see it. I know Lizzo's gonna look a mess, and I'm not gonna be here telling her that she's so pretty. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not. So I was prepared to look at Lizzo and just go on about my day.
Yeah, I think you would get along with Normani, though. I really do.
Normani's a great girl. I just wasn't sold on the video, and I just kind of feel like she's missed her mark. It's no shade.
Yeah. I hope so. I feel like she's quite young in her career, so yeah, she's got a chance to sort of show us what she's capable of. But, you know, I completely respect your sort of balanced view on her, because a lot of people just get blinded by that stan culture and start saying, you know, she hasn't got any talent and this and that. But yeah, I really do think we've not seen the full scope of what she's capable of. So I wish her luck. But I just wanted to say I'm so proud of you. Keep doing you.
Thank you.
You make me laugh. You're so funny.
Thank you.
And yeah, I really enjoy the show.
Thanks, Bill. All right, well, we'll end right there. Shout out to that. All right, so boom.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
I gave y'all almost 2 hours because we had to come back and get into some things. Oh, shout out to Wade TV show. Love you, Armon. Keep up the good work. Okay, right after this, we are going to StationHead because I haven't been on there. So I'm going on StationHead. If you're on StationHead, head over to StationHead now, because I'll be over there to get into some more things on the after show. So if anybody wants to call in and talk some more, I will be on StationHead immediately following this live. So yeah, Cardi B, thank you for the party invite. I'm in. Use my business. Okay. I respect you and I F with you for giving people opportunities to grow in their business, grow in spaces, opportunities like I may have never gotten opportunities like this from other people. So the fact that she's providing these things, I think that these are great. That she's because it's for her party, but people benefit from being at these places, So it's up to you how you maneuver. So. I appreciate her for trusting me with that, knowing that I'm going to talk about it. So I appreciate that, and I'm grateful, and I'm thankful. And she did her thing, and happy birthday. And I want to come to the next one. All right? So with that being said, I will see y'all on StationHead now. And keep them haters out your house, okay? Because they just mad because they wasn't there at the party looking all good and getting into some things. Remember, it's not about the followers. It's all about the influence. You can have 1 million views. Fight videos get 1 million views. A lot of trashy food videos get millions and millions of views. And girl, in the next week, we don't even remember it. Okay? So it's all about the influence. What is really sticking? Are you saying anything? Are you shifting the culture? Are you causing a conversation? Or are you just ranting? Or are you just reading? Okay? Is there any substance to your conversation? That's what it's about. And the proof will be in the pudding, darling. All right? Until next time, see you soon. Peace out.